A mixture contains lemon juice and sugar syrup in equal proportions. If a new mixture is created by adding this mixture and sugar syrup in the ratio of 1:3, then the ratio of lemon juice and sugar syrup in the new mixture is how much? Simple elementary question. This kind of a question you should never miss out in the paper. These are sitters, these are available, these are marks for the picking. क्या है पहले देखते हैं. There's a mixture of lemon juice and syrup in equal proportion. So there's 1 liter of this, there's a 1 liter of this. Okay. So that means if there are 2 liters of this mixture, it will have 1 liter lemon juice and 1 liter syrup. These are in equal proportion. If a new mixture is created by adding this mixture with what? With sugar syrup. Only sugar syrup has to be added, so that means lemon juice will be 0. In the ratio of 3:1:3. That means अगर ये वाला mixture is 1 kg, this should be 3 kg, but this is 2, so this should be 6. So how much should be sugar syrup out here? It should obviously be 6. Okay. So what is the ratio of lemon juice and sugar syrup in the new mixture? New mixture is 1 plus 0, 1. It's 1 plus 6, 7. That means 1:7. Absolute sitter. These are the kind of questions you should never miss out in the paper. There are 2 containers of same volume. First container half filled with sugar syrup and the second container half filled with milk. Half of the content of the first container is transferred to the second container, and then half of this mixture is transferred back to the first container. Next, half of the content of first is transferred back to the second container. Then the ratio of sugar syrup and milk in the second container is how much? Now, ये बहुत confuse करते हैं questions. Okay? बहुत confuse करते हैं, and such question you are always advised to write down and do the process clearly. Okay. However, the second thing, one thing which I want you to remember, don't start with 100. Look at it. What is there? First container is half filled with sugar. So if there was X, this is X by 2 is the volume. If the container was X, the volume of milk or sugar syrup is X by 2. Okay. Half the content of the first is transferred to the other side. So ये भी X था, इसमें भी X2 था. इसका half, which means X by 4. Half of this, that means what you are left with X by 4, and this becomes X by 2 plus X by 4. Okay. So this becomes 3/4. Okay. So this effectively becomes 3 by 4 of X. Okay. Okay. It's transferred to, and then half of this mixture is transferred back. Now half of this is again 3 by 8 is transferred here. So this becomes X by 4 plus 3 by 8 of X. Now what do you see out here? Okay. You will see very clearly if you start with X or 100, your calculation will become very, very difficult. Now whenever you are transferring something here, half coming back, so 1 becomes 1.5 and 1/3. So that means what you are looking for is a multiple of 6 at least. Okay. You are looking for a multiple of 6 at least. So this kind of a question, start with a bigger multiple of 6 so that there is no chance of you getting stuck with decimals. If you don't do that, you will usually end up with decimals and your calculation will get difficult. Okay. So assume that the volume of container is 12, 24, whatever. Some big multiple of 6 is what you should be looking at. Okay. So चलो शुरू करते हैं. We have 2 containers of the same volume. Container 1, container 2. The first container is half filled with sugar syrup. Okay. So sugar syrup and milk, sugar syrup and milk. First container is half filled with sugar syrup. Let me assume it has got 12 liters of sugar syrup. Okay. I am assuming container to be 24. If you assume container to be 12, you could be writing 6. I typically go for a bigger multiple so that my calculation remain easy. I don't get stuck with decimals. So obviously milk is 0. Second container is half filled with milk. So it has got 0 sugar syrup and 12 of this one. Half the content of the first container is transferred to the second container. That means if you transfer half of this sugar syrup, these 6 will come here and 6 will remain here. So after the first iteration, this is what happens. It's transferred to the second container. Then half of this mixture is transferred back to the, now we have to again transfer half. How much is this? This is 18. How much will you transfer? 9. So what are you transferring? You are effectively transferring half of 6, 3 and half of this also. So 6 minus, you transferred half of 6. That means sugar syrup here will become 3 will get transferred here. This will become 9. And out of this 12, 6 are retained, 6 are transferred. This becomes 6. Okay. Next, half of the content of the first container is transferred back to the container. Again, how much is this? 9 plus 6, 15. Half of this you have to transfer, half you have to retain. If you are transferring half of this to the other side, how much will you be left with? 4.5 and 3. Okay. And how much is getting transferred? 4.5 plus 3, 7.5. And 3 plus 3 of milk is getting transferred to the other side. This will become 9. Okay. See, we have ended up with decimal. Had we not looked at 12, had we gone with 6, we would have ended up with decimals even earlier, and their calculation that way becomes a little more difficult. Then the ratio of sugar syrup and milk in the second container. We need to find this thing. Ratio of sugar syrup and milk in the second container is 7.5 is to 9. Okay, or I can say 75 is to 90. 15 5s are 75, 15 6s are 90. The answer has to be 5 or 6. Now these kind of questions normally students leave. बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए. ये बहुत अच्छे सवाल हैं, हमेशा सही होंगे. Step by step process करते जाओ, जल्दबाजी मत करो. The important thing is don't rush. Because if you rush through this question, you'll make a mistake somewhere. And second thing, as I said, once you are clear, I am looking for a big multiple of 6. Go for 12, 24, even 38 is fine, 36 is fine. Take a big multiple so that you don't end up with decimals and your calculation become easy. A glass contains 500 cc of milk and a cup contains 500 cc of water. From the glass, 150 cc of milk is transferred to the cup and mixed thoroughly. Next, 150 cc of this mixture is transferred from the cup to the glass. Now the amount of water in the glass and the amount of water in the cup are in what ratio? Okay. What do we do in such question? Do the complete process. Step by step. The numbers are given. Had the volume not been given, I would assume the value. यहाँ पे तो volume दी हुई ना 500 cc. So I assume a value. So don't have to assume it. Just start working as per the question. Okay. What are we looking for? We start by saying initially you have a glass and you have a cup. Okay. Glass contains 500 cc of milk and 0 of water, and cup contains 500 cc of water. From the glass, 150 cc of milk is transferred to the cup. So if I transfer 150 cc, I'll be left with 350 out here, and the cup will become 150 cc of milk and 500 cc of water. And what does this become? 650 cc. Okay. And mixed thoroughly. Next, 150 cc of this mixture is transferred from the cup to the glass. Out of this 650 cc, you are transferring 150 cc. So what fraction are you transferring? You are transferring 150 by 650 of the mixture. How much is that? 3 by 13. You are transferring 3 by 13 of the mixture to the glass. So what will you be transferring? You will transfer 3 by 13. So what will be the milk out here? Originally the milk was 350. How much of milk will come here? 3 by 13. You are transferring 3 by 13 of the mixture. So you will transfer 3 by 13 of milk and 3 by 13 of water. Okay. So plus 3 by 13 of 150. Sorry. Okay. 3 by 13 of 150. Okay. So if I have transferred 3 by 13 of 150, how much will I be left with? I will be left with 10 by 13 of 150. So what I am left with here is 10 by 13 of 150. Right? And what about milk? How much water will you transfer? You will transfer 3 by 13 of 500. Out of 500 cc which is available of water, 3 by 13 will get transferred and you will retain 10 by 13 of 500. What are we supposed to find? Now the amount of water in glass, and the amount of milk in cup, we need to find this particular ratio. This is what we are looking for. So how much is this? 3 by 13. So my answer will be 3 by 13 of 150 is to, 3 by 13 of 500. I'm sorry. 3 by 13 of 500, which is this, is to 10 by 13 of 150. 13 cancel ho gaye. So what are we left with? 500 into 3, 1500 is to 150 into 10, 1500. What is the answer going to be then? 1:1. So the answer is going to be 1:1. Choice 1 is the correct answer. So please remember, all such questions go step by step. Don't rush to the question and you will get the answer. Work in fractions, don't do the calculation. For example, we did not do the calculation out here, we just left the numbers as it is. So don't look at doing the complete calculation, leave the numbers, and once you have to find the ratio, then you can cancel out the relevant numbers. In a class of 100 stones, 73 like coffee, 80 like tea and 52 like lemonade. It may be possible that some stones do not like any of these three drinks. Then the difference between the maximum and minimum possible number of stones who like all three drinks is how much? Okay. So we have coffee, tea and lemonade, right? 73 like coffee, 80 like tea and 52 like lemonade. Okay. And we need to find the maximum and minimum number of people who like all three drinks. Okay. Now in these questions, maximum is very easy. क्या होगा maximum? Maximum cannot be more than 52. So out of these three numbers, 73, 80 and 50, the smallest number is 52. So the maximum number of people who like all three things is going to be 52. Because if this is more than 52, you'll have a negative here. You can check it out. Okay, you can check it out. So the maximum number of people who like all three things is going to be the least of the three numbers. So maximum is very easy to find out here. So the maximum number of stones who like all three drinks can be 52. Let us look at the minima. Okay. So total 100 stones are there, and 73 like tea, 80. Okay, tea 73. Sorry, not tea 73. That's coffee 73. Tea 80 and lemonade 52. How much does that become? 80, 70, 150, 200, 205. So the number of people is 100 and the likes are 205. Okay. Now, one simple thing which I want you to remember all the time. If I want to minimize this, what will that mean? I need to maximize the exactly 2. Okay. Now, I need to reduce from 205 to 100, or I need to reduce the number by 105. Okay. Now, some people will straight away apply in formula and say, so my answer has to be 205 minus 2 into 100, which is equal to 5. So minimum, many people straight away say will be equal to 5, which is perfectly fine. If you understand that, that is what you should do. But I'm just giving you an alternate method, which is what you could also look at. Okay. Now, okay. So again, total number of stones is 100 and we need to reduce this by 105. Okay. Now if I put one person out here, the total will come down by 2. Okay. Similarly, if I put one person in exactly 2, the total will come down by 1. So since there are 100 people in all, since there are total of 100 stones, if there are total of 100 stones, that means the maximum number of people you can put in 1, 2, 3 places will be 100. Or your reduction, if I put 1, 2, 3, 100 people, I will be able to reduce only 100. I need to worry about 5 more. That means the 5 will have to come here. So the minima will have to be 5 and maxima minus minima will be 47. So correct answer is choice 2. Okay. So another way to look at this is 5 people in exactly 3 and 95 people in exactly 2. So this for minima, what is effectively happening is 5 in exactly 3 and 95 in exactly 2. You can check it out yourself also. The total is 100. The total is 100. But what is 95 into 2? 95 into 2 is 190 and 5 into 3 is 15. total is going to be 205. So 95 people liking 2 drinks each is 190 likes. 5 people liking 3 drinks each is 15 likes. Total is 205 likes, which is what this question was giving us. In a village, the ratio of number of males to females is 5:4. The ratio of number of literate males to literate females is 2:3. The ratio of number of illiterate males to illiterate females is 4:3. If 3,600 males are literate, then the total number of females in village is what? Okay. So let's go step by step. Now this is the kind of question you should always attempt, because ratios are given, number is given, all you need to do is spend 2.5 minutes and get the answer. Never leave such question. Don't be afraid of the calculations. Calculation CAT are usually not difficult at all. Okay, so let's look at this. What does it say? Ratio of male to female is 5:4. Right? The ratio of number of literate males to literate females is 2:3. So if there are 2x males who are literate, there will be 3x females who are literate. The ratio of illiterate males to illiterate females is 4:3. So 4y and 3y. Okay. If 3,600 males are literate, what is this 3,600? 2x. 2x males are literate now. Okay, are literate. Then the total number of females in the village are how many? We need to find the total number of females. And what is total number of females? 3x plus 3y. This is what we need to find. So let's just solve it now. Okay. So what is the number of males? Number of males is 2x plus 4y. 2x plus 4y. Number of females is 3x plus 3y. This should be equal to, as per the question, there is a total number of males, total number of females. This should be equal to 5/4. Okay, this is equal to 5/4. And secondly, we already know that 2x is equal to 1800. Sorry, 2x is equal to 3600. So 3x should be equal to 5400. 2x is 18. 1x will be 8. So 2x is 36. X is 18. 3x is 54. Okay. So let's do it. What does this tell me? 3x is not 2x is nothing but 3600 plus 4y into 4 should be equal to 5 into 3x is 5400 plus 3y. Okay. This is what we need to do. And the answer will be nothing but 3x we already know is 500, 5400. Y is what we need to calculate out here. So what does it become? 36 into 272, this is 14,400. Yeah. 36 into 272, 72 into 2, 144. Plus 16y. This is plus 15y. And 5 into 54. 5 into 54. 10 into 54 by 2. Okay. So 5 into 5400 is the same as 10 by 2 into 5400. So this is 2700. So 27,000. Okay. So 5 into 5400 will be 27,000. So now let's transpose 16y, 15y. On the left hand side, we'll get y is equal to 27,000 minus 14,400. Which is equal to 27 minus 14 is 13. So 12,600. Okay. So y is 12,600. So what is my answer going to be? So what is 3y? 12 into 3, 36. 36,000 plus 1800, 37,800. So 5400 plus 37,800, which is 7, 5, 12, 13, 43,200 should be the answer. So the answer is going to be 43,200 is the number of females in the village. Looks lengthy, but even if it looks lengthy, this should definitely be done. There's no complications, simple calculations are there. You will get the right answer. So spend 3 minutes if required to get the answer. Pinky is standing in a queue at a ticket counter. Suppose the ratio of number of persons standing ahead of Pinky to the number of persons standing behind her in the queue is 3:5. If the total number of persons in the queue is less than 300, then the maximum possible number of people standing ahead of Pinky. Okay, so let's see what is it. She is standing in a queue. Here's Pinky. If the number of people ahead of her is 3 and behind is 3:5, I can say if the number of people ahead of her is 3x, behind her should be 5x. Okay, and what are we saying? The question is saying the total number of persons in the queue is less than 300. What is the total number of people in the queue? 8x plus Pinky. This should be less than is less than 300. Okay. Okay. Has to be less than 300. We want to find the maximum value of x. That means 8x should be less than 299. So what is the maximum value of x out here? We want to find the maximum value of 3x. So we should find the maximum value of x. X has to be less than 299 upon 8. Now, x is less than 299 upon 8. By the way, what is 300 upon 8? Do you remember what is 3 by 8? 3 by 8 is 0.375. 3 by 8 is 0.375. 1 by 8 is 12.5%. 3 by 8 is 37.5% or 0.375. So what will be 3 by 8? 300 by 8? 37.5. So this has to be slightly less than 37.5. So what is the maximum value of x? 37. So the maximum value of x is equal to 37. If you are not sure, you can also divide and check out. If you are not sure, then you can divide and check out, which is 299 divided by 8 karke dekh lena, it will get 37 point something. Okay, you can do that also, though I think that will be a waste of time. So if the maximum value of x is 37, the maximum number of people ahead of Pinky is 3x. This will be equal to, which is equal to 111. So my answer here will be 111. Maximum number of people standing ahead of Pinky in the queue will be 111.